Yeah. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter as we rapidly approach 13. Let's keep the love and action rolling. Keeping a lifestyle full of whores. Cannabis. Okay, this one's got to reset, though. I don't fucking hate when you reset on me. All right. Make lineups here. We may start trickling into them $10, $1,000 takedowns, but I really, it's just God in the universe I don't trust yet. So I ran just play for the tickets into the bigger tournaments. So what do you say we make some fucking lines here? We need to bring this over just a skosh. Here we go. Yes, we want to see the numbers on the side. All right. First up is the Twins. We're your twins. The magic just never ends. All right. Zebby, no pitcher on the board yet. Zebby Matthews is a chance to win a rotation spot for the Twins this spring. And one more spot is now open in the wake of Pablo Lopez's elbow injury. Leach surmised that Taj Bradley and Simeon Woods Richardson would likely be ahead of Matthews in the pecking order to begin spring training. The Lopez injury now opens up a third spot in the rotation. Mick Abel and David Festa are also options for the Twins. So Mick Abel's up there. He's a two-card pitcher. Two-card pitcher. We like the pitchers. All right. Alan Jackson. First card over, you got to see. It's old news. You're reading any indication. Once you know it once, you don't got to flip them over again until they do something. Josh Bell, nothing. Eric Wagaman, nothing on. Luke Kishal. I feel like, did we read this already? Maybe we didn't. Luke Kishal is starting the Grapefruit League game in left field. It's notable because it marks the first time Kishal will play the outfield since undergoing elbow surgery, 2024. The 23-year-old made his major league debut last season and only played second base if he wasn't slotted in as a designated hitter. While Kishal is expected to man the keystone for Minnesota, position versatility will allow Minnesota to keep Kishal's bat in the lineup after he slashed .302, .382, .445 with 4 homers, 28 RBIs, 25 runs scored, 14 stolen bases, and 19 Ks across 207 plate appearances last season. The kid Royce. Did we read Royce? Royce Lewis starting at third, bat leadoff in Thursday's game against the Rays. Third baseman is sidelined this past few days and some slight tightness cropped up last week, but he's ready to rejoin the lineup after getting an MRI, come back clean and going through live batting practice Sunday. Given Lewis' extensive injury history, fantasy managers should still keep an eye on his health status throughout spring training. Fucking A right. Arcia? Nothing. Trevor Larnach. Nothing. A Martin? Nothing on A Martin. All right, we got 5 in the box. Back to pitcher. Moving on. Stop fucking doing that. All right. Hotland. All right, here we go. We take you to shiny confines of Hotlanta, Georgia. Yeah, no Carrasco just yet. Oh, but I think. Dan Baldwin of the famous Baldwin family. Just gotta fix that. Start learning names. Makes it a little easier to do the rosters. Daniel Baldwin. 2 for 2 at a solo homer in Atlanta's game against the Twins. The 24-year-old backstop took Taj Bradley deep in the third, the only run Atlanta scored off the right-hander. Baldwin took home the NL Rookie of the Year honors in 2025, slashing .274, .341, .469 over 124 games with 19 homers and 80 RBIs. That'll be a key part of Atlanta's offense. I like that. What did they say his name was? Drake Baldwin. Why the fuck did I call him Danny Baldwin? I'm a fucking idiot. What all fucked up here? Let's just keep the first fucking letter. Just be done with it. But it's easy. It's better to know their fucking names. All right. Let's get back to work here. Matt Olson. Matt Olson's a two-carder. Here we go. Matty Olson, two-card first baseman. Nobody at second. Third base. What do we got? Austin Riley. Austin Riley, three. So the Atlanta bats are fucking hot. Riley went 1 for 2 with a two-run homer in Atlanta's game against the Pirates. Third baseman took Jared Bayless deep in the third, taking advantage of Paul Skeen's exit 2 batters prior. Riley was fully healthy for the first time in a while this offseason, and he's looking to rebound after a couple of tough campaigns that saw him hit just 35 homers in 212 regular season games with a 760 OPS. A sharp decline for the 28-year-old after he belted 75 long balls with an 869 OPS in 2022 while missing only 6 games in total. What matters is that he's a 3-card third baseman. Jorge Mateo. Who else was there? Mauricio Dubon. If we don't have any Dubon will start at shortstop for Atlanta while Ha-Seong Kim recovers from finger surgery. Acquired from Houston in the offseason by the team's primary utility player, Dubon will instead see a near everyday rule out of the gate, with Kim potentially sidelined into May. Dubon averaged 439 plate appearances for the Astros over the prior 3 seasons. 264, 299, 378. Little power of spread, but seeing action at every spot on the diamond except pitcher and catcher. It's not interesting enough to overtake Mateo. Mateo's on the board, but so is Dubon, but Mateo hits higher in the batting order. Whenever you have a tiebreaker, it's who mathematically will possibly get more plate appearances. Mikey Harris isn't anywhere yet. Mike Yastrzemski, however, 3-card outfielder. 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and grapefruit late against the Sox. Facing the franchise of his Hall of Fame grandfather spent his entire 23-year career with. Yastrzemski took a Brian Bello cutter deep in the second before getting a hold of a Zach Kelly changeup in the fourth. The 35-year-old has homered 3 times in 4 appearances so far this spring, and Yastrzemski is set to handle the strong side platoon duties in left field for Atlanta this season after signing a 2-year, $23 million contract in December. Fucking hey, get your in, Mikey. No Eli White, no Harris. We got 5 Braves in the tank. Here we go. Back to pitcher. The Philadelphia Phillies. All right, Philly. Nothing. R. Marchand. All right, let's get his first name. Rafael Marchand. That's not Marchand. Oh, we know this fucking guy. Otto Kemp. 3-card first baseman, also plays third. Put him at first, third. Kemp will start in left field and bat cleanup in Saturday's opener against the Blue Jays. Kemp underwent a pair of surgeries in the offseason, one to repair a fracture in his left kneecap, and the other to clean out damage to his left shoulder. He seems to be a full go this spring regardless, and the 26-year-old Kemp appears slated to fill a super utility role for Philadelphia after appearing at 4 different positions as a rookie. I think I read that already. Once you learn that you're going to be coming up on the same players lots of times. Luis Peguero, nothing. Jay Rodriguez, nothing. Justin Crawford. We've read the Phillies already, so we don't need to. We've read this already, then we've read this already. No Rojas, no Marsh. Back to pitcher. We got 3 Phillies. All right, on to the Sox. Add a fucking Sox. We know Garrett Crochet is the man. you're doing best ball, Garrett Roche is the top Red Sox coming out of the gate. He's not on the board yet. By reputation, Crochet allowed one hit, one walk over two scoreless innings. In Thursday's start against the Rays, Crochet made his Grapefruit League debut, throwing 23 pitches, 14 strikes in his first step on the way to an opening day start. Other than a lack of strikeouts, it was an unremarkable outing for the left-hander who led the majors in 2025 with 255 Ks. He's used most of his repertoire, including splitter he'd like to use more of in 2026. Fucking guy's the man. Avares is still not on the board yet. Andrew Montesario, we know we read him. But we got some new info on Nick Sagard, except for the fact the motherfucker ain't in on the board. He can fuck his mother. Marcel Meyer is on the board. What do we got? New recon. Red Sox manager Alex Cora said Sunday that Meyer is doing a good job but won't guarantee the young infielder will make the opening day roster. The 23-year-old is batting just 200 through 4 spring training games, though one of his 2 hits was a home run. Meyer struggled to a 228, 272, 402 slash line in 44 regular season games as he received his first taste of the majors, and the offseason acquisitions of Caleb Durbin and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa has resulted in a more crowded infield. If Meyer doesn't win a starting job, the Red Sox could prioritize getting him everyday opportunities in the minor leagues rather than keeping him in the majors as a bench option. Shit. Mayer's on the board, but so's Caleb Durbin, but they could place second and third. So let's get Meyer in at second. Let's get Durbin in at third. Story in at short. Ooh, we got new recon. Started in center field and went 1 for 2 with a walk, a home run, and 2 RBIs in Friday's spring game against Detroit. Campbell put the Red Sox up early with a 2-run shot in the first inning off Justin Verlander. It was the first homer of the Grapefruit League for Campbell, who has played exclusively in center field this spring. The 23-year-old is still figuring things out at the plate in the outfield and doesn't have a clear path to playing time in Boston. As such, Campbell is expected to open the year at AAA Worcester, where plate appearances will be plentiful, and the team could put the finishing touches on his transition from infield. Well, we've got 5 songs. Back to pitcher. Moving on to the Tampa Rays. Shane McCallahan. On the board yet. Allowed 2 hits and no walks in 2 scoreless innings in Thursday's Grapefruit League game against the Phillies. He struck out 1. After missing all of 2024 due to Tommy John surgery and then 2025 due to a nerve-related issue in his left triceps, McClanahan made his long-awaited first appearance back in game action Tuesday. 28-year-old Southpaw got his velocity up to 96 miles per hour on the fastball, and he tossed 16 of 23 pitches for strikes, barring any setbacks this spring. McClanahan is tentatively slated to make his regular season debut in March 31st matchup in Milwaukee versus the Brewers. Shane McClanahan. Sugar Shane. We got Sable, nothing. Logan Davidson, 2 Carter. No recon, but he's a 2 card. We got the 2 cards. Delgado, we got nothing. Williams, nothing. Delgado, nothing. Melton, Jacob Melton, 2 card outfielder. Starting in center field and batting second in Sunday's game against Atlanta. The 25-year-old was scratched from the lineup Thursday due to soreness in his left thumb, but he's good to go a few days later. Barring an aggravation of the injury, Melton should be in the scent clear as he competes for a top spot in Tampa Bay's opening day roster. Jay Malloy, nothing. V. Mesa Jr., not a bloody thing. Back to pitcher. Moving on, the Detroit Tigers. My fucking stomach is growling. We gotta eat. All right. Fran Valdez. Allowed 2 hits across 3 scoreless innings of work in Monday's Grapefruit League game against Atlanta. He struck out 3, making his first spring start for the Tigers since inking a 3-year, $115 million contract in early February. Valdez looked sharp across his 43 pitches. He threw 30 of those pitches for strikes and managed to scatter 2 harmless singles. The 32-year-old southpaw figures the slot as the number 2 spot in Detroit's rotation behind ace Tarek Skubal, giving the Tigers 2 of the top left-handed starters in the American League. Valdez has made at least 28 regular season starts in each of the last 4 years, and he's compiled a sparkling 3.21 ERA during that time, making him an attractive fantasy option in his first season in Detroit. That's a glowing review. Dirk Diggler, nothing. Spencer Torkelson, nothing. Who's this? Yavi Baez. Will start at second base and bat sixth in Saturday's game against the Pirates. Lower back tightness kept Baez off the field for a few days, but will not significantly hinder his preparations for the first start of the season. The 33-year-old is off to a nice start this spring with 4 hits, including a homer, to go along with a stolen base through 4 exhibition games. He has 3 position eligibility entering the 2026 campaign, but his exact role is still to be determined. Yavi Baez. Kevin McGonigal, we like this dude. Plays third and short. McGonigal is getting reps across the infield in camp, but wants to show that he can stick at shortstop long term. McGonigal is an advanced hitter. It is an advanced hitter at the age of 21 as he slashed 305, 408, 583 with 19 homers and 10 stolen bases in 88 games across 3 minor league levels in 2025. His clearest path to MLB playing times in the near term appears to be shortstop, where Javi Baez and Zach McKinstry are the incumbents. As Baez and McKinstry would fit nicely in utility roles, McGonaghy is getting the chance to show he can be a versatile player as well. But shortstop is the cleanest fit if he's up to the challenge defensively. The young infielder is one of the top prospects in baseball and should be firmly on the fantasy radar this season. That fucking dude. Nobody at short. Who field? Riley Green, nothing. Kerry Carpenter, nothing. Wandel Perez, nothing. Austin Slater. Slater went 1 for 3 with a solo homer in Sunday's Grateful League game against the Orioles. Slater connected in the 3rd inning for his first home run of the spring slate. The 33-year-old joined the Tigers early this month on a minor league contract with a chance to compete for an opening day roster spot during camp. Slater had an OPS under 650 each of the last 2 seasons with a batting average under 220. She hasn't figured it over a ton of offense. However, he's a versatile defender who could carve out a utility role in Detroit if he strings together more good performances. Streaming fucking review, but 3 Tigers back to pitcher. Let's put together an all-star team. Don't forget, brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Gotta get an update in today. That's gotta get done. All right. In terms of pitchers, Framber was definitely the best reviewed. Right behind Boston ace Garrett Crochet. In terms of catchers, were there any 2-card catchers? There were not. But Drake Baldwin was Rookie of the Year, so he's going to jump to the top of the list. So Drake's going to be our catcher. Valdez and Crochet. Let's get it done. Except, of course, against Tampa Bay. Wolf Framber. Framber Valdez. Crochet and Valdez. Valdez. Let's put Drake Baldwin through another round. Here we'll put in Crochet and try to count on perhaps. Well, this is Valdez. So Tampa Bay, we only use 2 of those guys in Tampa Bay, but we want to take Valdez out here just in case maybe these 2 fucking Tampa Bay guys shell the shit out of him. Now let's get back to Drake Baldwin. Well, instead of just going back for Drake, who's going to be our first baseman? Figueroa, Kemp's a 3-card. Wagaman, Bell, Torkels, and Olsen. I remember Olsen was a 2. Kemp was a 3. We want to keep Kemp at first because Austin Riley's going to be our third baseman. So Kemp's going to be our first baseman. So Baldwin and here we got Jackson and Wagaman already. Can we move Wagaman? Can we move Wagaman? Whereas Wagaman's exclusively a first baseman. He's either first or third, and that's pretty much covered on that team. All right, so we'll have to go. We'll have to roll that way. Baldwin's already here. Olson's at first. His spot. This is Marchand and Kemp. This is already set up. This will be Baldwin, Montessori. I'll him. But they never know where these fucking guys are supposed to play. He could play third, but we already got third locked up. All right, so that's good. Catch up. Baldwin. Kemp. Here is Baldwin. Kemp. Baldwin and Kemp. Second base. Maya Durbin, Javi Baez. We had any two carders. We did Mr. Logan Davidson, our lone two carder. Third base, I believe, was Austin Riley. We like McGonaghy. McGonaghy's going to play short, so Riley's at third. Davidson is second, Riley at third. We'll put McGonaghy in since we already know we want that. Davidson at second. We like Mike Yastrzemski to be our first outfielder. We'll get back to that. Davidson at second, Riley at third. McGonaghy at short. Get Yaz in there. Get Yaz in there. We like Christian Campbell as well. Riley at third, McGonaghy at short. McGonaghy at, let's move McGonaghy short here. I'm going to put Riley at third. McGonaghy at short. Yaz in there. Again, we know McGonaghy at short. And yes, with any other outfielders that we liked. Campbell we like, but who the two first? No two carders that I remember. No two carders. Christian Campbell's our number two outfielder. Yastrzemski first. Yastrzemski, Campbell. Bang. Put that in the contest. Oh, checking location. Fucking cunt. Oh, we did this. Good. Let's go have some tickets. Your hopes up high. Boom. All right. Who was it? Christian Cam. Was Melton a two carder? I feel like Jacob Melton might have been a two card outfielder. So we need somebody after Campbell. He might leapfrog Campbell. Yep, Melton's a two card. All right. You're our guy, Melton. Boom. Crawford, Yastrzemski, Melton. Boosh. Boop. Betty Boop. Opening day special. What? Campbell, Yastrzemski was Melton. Those are these things that they allow. Oh, so it's two. Two entries. All right. Quarter. Give me a quarter. Fortune. Love playing for the tickets. So we got Melton here. Let's go Yaz and Campbell. Yeah, let's fucking do that. Single entry, right? It is. I did saw Pudding Tat. All right. Yes, Melton's our second outfielder. One, two, three. And finally, our all-star team. This is the one with a single back. We want to play for the G gets full injury, so let's go with a single back. Good single entry. What do you win here? $35. It's guaranteed. Or we can go $12. Go after that. Go after the 85. We'll go $27. Go after the 120. What are we feeling here? Hmm. See, what I was doing for a while is eventually you get here. The $267 you play for it all. We ain't there yet. Let's go here, man. Let's win a $12 round. Yeah, let's go there. All right. That's it, kids. We're in. May fate and faith decide your fortune if you should win. Money right here on the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. Peace, love, and war. All that shite in between.